Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Delahazed here, filling in for a quiz tonight. Sorry to disappoint those of you who were looking forward to another painting stream, but unfortunately, Quiz has other stuff occupying his time this evening, so I'm here to fill in for him. Just going to be me tonight. We're not going to be going too long. I also have stuff that's going to be taking my attention, so I'm not going to be able to be here all night, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. And in the chat, we got the Batman and Blind Girl and Cryptic and Terry, who seems to have just fair enough. Well played, sir. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah, so I had a bit of trouble getting things set up just because, unfortunately, my laptop is ice cold, and that has all the information for the minion setup on it. So it took me quite a long time to even just get StreamYards available, let alone trying to get OBS set up, which was the original plan for this. But we make do, and that's all we can do. Also, hey Kokonoe, nice of you to join us. So tonight I've got planned some. I got a couple series of pictures that we can look at. Apparently, it's this. I guess you might call it some sort of article or something I found on while scrolling the internet popped up 45 times. People needed assistance figuring out what this was, or something like that. So I figured it would be fun to go through that and see how many you guys can guess correctly or need help figuring what they are out of the bunch. Not gonna lie, there's a few of these. Maybe there's one I'm really like. Some of them seem obvious, but because of the title, I didn't want to guess the obvious answer, even though Occam's razor or whatever the fuck it is. But still, yeah. So let's get that going, shall we? All right, so first up in the list, who could tell me what this is? Because that's not annoying. Anyways, any ideas what this might be? Might be a little obvious, but also might not be too. So, is that your guess, Cryptic? Because I swear to Christ, that's fucking hilarious. I gotta hand it to you, Terry. That's also a funny guess. Yeah, that's what I would have guessed too, Kokonoe. But not quite. Batman, ye be close. Let's go with that. Hey, Red Feather, how you doing? Cryptic. Again, that's also close. Foodie doll for Lilliputian. I don't remember who that person is. Mr. Bill, I don't know who that is, but I'm not seeing any correct guesses, and it looks like everyone I've seen so far has had a chance to. So, like I said, I consider Voodoo Doll to be close because this is called a worry doll. It's just a straw doll or stick man, but it's called a worry doll. And the idea behind it is kind of superstitious. Confess our worries to the doll at night, put it under our pillow before going to sleep, and it plagues our fears and keeps them at bay. So, yeah. Don't know how that started, but apparently that's what it is. It's a tiny Kamala Harris. There is no such thing as a tiny Kamala Harris, unfortunately. All right, next up. Who can take a gander or a guess at what this might be? Any guesses as to what this might be? It might be easier. This one might be one of the easier ones to guess if you don't think too hard about it. You are very close, Batman. Very close. Not inaccurate, Kokonoe. Not inaccurate. Yeah, you are like scalding hot there, Batman. In fact, I will read it out because of that. Hey, but before I do that, hey, Wondering Lisa, how you doing? Hope you're well. So, this one it was found on the porch of some guy's home, and it is a rock with tree trunk impression on it, and that has been fossilized. Yes. So Batman guessed it pretty good. I'll take partial credit. A rock with a tired track on it. Yeah, partial credit is earned. Fair enough. Like I said, a rock is not inaccurate, so half a point for you there, if anyone's keeping score. Kokonoe. All right, so next up on the list. This one is interesting. Because I'm Batman. Fair enough. Fair enough. Although Batman, I don't know if he would punch someone for just being Australian, but still. Captain Boomerang might have given them a bad name. You never know. Who can figure out what this monstrosity might be? It's a freaky octopus. I can see why you'd think that. Is it an accursed spider egg? Ooh. Let's see. You are in the ballpark. Lisa, you're also in the ballpark. Terry is closer in the ballpark. I noticed the eye patch. You're not Slade Wilson, are you? I can neither confirm nor deny these accusations, sir. All I can suggest is that I am indeed well aware of the win-loss ratio in regards to Slade Wilson and the Dark Knight. So I will neither confirm nor deny this. So everyone's getting pretty close. I will go ahead and reveal what this one is. So this is actually a spider. Before it got and then, well, it was a spider. What happened was it got a fungus infection and passed away. These are the remains wrapped in a white coffin made of white fungi that are hanging upside down. So, yeah, that's pretty creepy, but also pretty interesting at the same time, if you think about it. All right, so let's get that one out of people's face now. This one is probably going to be a difficult one, unless you already remember very clear. Oh, thanks. I hate it so much. Fungi are evil. Oh, but they're such fun guys. Yes. Fungi are among the most successful life forms on Earth. No pigeon in the park sign. You're getting close. Close. No Egyptian birds allowed on the bushes. Just Egyptian ones? I don't know why. No poaching quail eggs. Close. Very close. Very close. Lisa and Kokonoe are both very close. If they could somehow combine their things, they might figure it out. Give it a few more seconds just because of the delay, and Give people a chance. All right, so, okay, so not close. So this is a pin from the '92 elections. It's a symbol for no bush, no quail. I'm just here to make dumb jokes, and I appreciate that. I think Batman has it. Fair enough. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume you meant quail with that one, at least if it's still fair enough. Yeah, there you go. No, not anti-partridge family. And yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a difficult one, but if it was somehow fresh in your memory, you probably would have known. But yeah, so moving on. All right, this one might be a little easier if you don't think too hard on it. Just to give you guys a hint as to. But yeah, any guesses of what this might be? Because I'm not convinced there's a definitive answer given. Even though they give an answer, I'm not sure it's said with certainty. So we'll see. So roughly 18 inches in diameter, assuming that it is a perfectly spherical all the way around. For all we know, it could be ovular and just have a very long straight down too. So it's at least 18 inches wide. Yes, it's one of Pamela Anderson's implants. Well played, well played. Anal bead. Dear God, we've got some huge asses in the world, but Jesus Christ. That looks like a heavy one too. So shell that's roughly 18 inches long. That's one of those stone balls in, like, what was it? South America, right? Well, let's take a look see here. So this guy found an unearthly metal object lying on a white sand beach. Didn't take much for the internet to convince us that this object is titanium sphere that landed on Earth from space. Well, it does look like Ben 10's Omnitrix space shuttle. Is the description that I've got here for this. So yeah, no one's actually given a clear answer. It just sounds like everyone's guessing. And it does look like a giant stone or metal object. So I don't know. It's an alien beach ball. Could be. We got to crack it open then. I know, right? Till you get things stuck on your wrist. Now this one's kind of cute. It's not what I expected, but it's still kind of cute. At least it looks that way. What do you guys think it looks like? Damn, Ken, today's beach balls. Fair enough. Fair enough. Slug sucks. Yeah. If I remember correctly, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Two red slugs mating. I wouldn't call it an orgy, but yeah, two shit dicks protecting the blood of cum. Oh my god, an abomination to nature. How dare? How dare? That is pretty. If you don't look too closely at it. But yeah, that was a fairly easy one. If you're, see, I didn't know what that was. Now this one, this is going to be gross. And again, it's easy if you know what it is, but not many people. I didn't know what this was because I've never thought to look at what they look like and stuff like that. So, well, at least, yeah, there'd be more than two for sure. But yeah, any idea what that was? I mean, ant shit. Oh, well, you're close without being close. I mean, it did come from an insect. But I don't think shit is with the licorice all sorts. Fair. Yep, pretty much. They are insect eggs. Apparently, this was found in someone's food. That's always got to be great for the reviews, I'm sure. Interesting. All right. I mean, it does look cool. It's just it's gross when you look at when you know what it is, in my opinion. All right. So what the hell do we have here? I'll have mine scrambled, please. I'll have mine in the garbage, please. What the hell do we have here on this vehicle? Does this car have a zit? It's the car Homer Simpson designed. Well, didn't that have a dome on top instead of the whole bottom here? Instead of like rather than just on the roof of the car, the whole roof of the car was a dome. I think that was because, like, don't get me wrong, that came to mind too when I first saw this image. But I'll have mine in Terry's stomach. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, excuse me. Give it a couple more seconds here. Something to do with a self-driving car. It's cone of silence from Get Smart. All right, well, let's take a look. So apparently this particular bubble on this car is modified. In the past, the cab company started the trend and called it Bubble Uber, bubble without the E at the end of it. The purpose of this bubble was geared towards children to ensure the safety of the children and the Uber driver. I don't know how that works, but I suppose as long as it works, right? All right. Anyone want to tell me what this is? This is a passenger seat for a basketball player. Ooh, that's a good guess. That would have been a good. That would have been a better answer too, in my mind. But anyone want to take any guesses at this one? This one stumped me for a bit to be. And once I once I learned what it was, it made absolute sense. So, but you put the child in the bubble. Wouldn't that be nice, there, Batman? It's a puzzle urinal from Skyrim. A shelf to keep food warm. Uh, both very interesting guesses. Chastity belt lock. Ooh, nice. Hmm. Give it another minute here just to be safe. Give people a chance. And all right, so none of these guesses are right. This is an anti-ligature, primarily used in hospitals, psychiatric institutes, or asylums. It's a preventative measure for individuals who may induce self-harm by attaching themselves to it so they can't do anything. Although when you put it like that, it also seems like people could just hang themselves from it, which is why they got the thing down there, pointed down. It's a whatchamacallit. Yeah, that's close enough. Next time I'll allow it. All right. The fuck is this? What kind of animal is this, guys? Oh, this one's easy. It's an 11 PNG. Well played, Terry. Well played. And suddenly I have a face behind Delahazed. Also have views. Hey, AC. How you doing? Hope you're well. That looks like a weird-ass rabbit. You are not incorrect. It's a rabbit that's transitioning into a corgi dog. You are not correct. It's an earless rabbit. No, there's ears. Those are clearly ears right there. Uh, they're just very stubby. And look, there's even a tiny little tail. So this uh, cavi, I'm gonna assume that's right, and because I have to look up that word, but Patagonian cavi. It's a death rabbit. No, it is a cross between a rabbit and a capybara. Uh, yeah. Oh, the internet and the animal lovers call it a Patagonian cavi. So yes, Wandering Lisa is correct. First time we've heard this strange yet remarkably creature. Well, I wouldn't use remarkably cute, but it is strange, and it is the first time I'm hearing of this. Well, it was the first time I'm hearing of this when I read this. So yeah, that part's accurate. Your cursor does not match the picture. That's true because my cursor is also on a delay, and I'm not on the tab. Uh, Normally I have the cursor off, so my apologies. But whatever. I don't do professionalism for a reason. It's just too much work. It's an anamorph mid-frame transformation. Well played. I like the anamorph reference. I used to enjoy reading the books back as a kid. Yeah, I thought it was Jack Kunsky, to be honest. Oof. I sure as hell hope not. That'll get me in trouble. All right, moving on. The fuck is that? Aside from uneven or a 12.png, Terry? This was just funny you pointing at the ears, but it pointed at the grass behind it. You knew what I meant. That's all that matters. And as long as it's funny, even better. A sideways Z. Well, I mean, that's one way to look at it. Something to throw. That's another way to look at it. I like that, Kokonoe. It's an early attempt at a logo by Zorro. Okay, okay. Well, let's see. Oh, yep. Lisa's got it. But before I read that out, cannibalistic urethra cleaner. Ow. Looks like one of those bolt screwing things. Wake up, choose violence. Yeah, exactly, Terry. It's a piece of shaped metal. I mean, that is not inaccurate, but Lisa got the most accurate with being correct. And yeah, it is a tension wrench from a lockpick set. This guy was fortunate that whoever tried to break into his house eventually gave up. Uh, but they accidentally left proof of their failure behind by leaving this in for him to find. So there you go. This one might be easy enough, but this one I actually have heard of before. It just I'd never seen it look like this color, so it took me a minute to realize. But yeah, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't seen a YouTube clip about these guys one time. So let's see if anyone else can guess what this is. I'm sure we've got some smart people in the chat, so I'm sure someone will figure it out. That's pretty good success in that so far, for the most part. Isn't Hammerhead attention wench? Ugly all day. I mean, you're not wrong. Both of you. A guy with a deformed finger. It's a form of cockroach, sea louse, maybe. Maybe. I don't know the exact name of it, but I know what it is. Because it's fascinating. It's one of those things that I find fascinating but creepy at the same time. Again, give it another minute here, give or take, for anyone else who wants to guess. Another abomination. Again, not an inaccurate guess. That is a fair guess. Yes, Wandering Lisa, it is indeed a parasite of some kind. Whatever it is, I'm assuming it's biohazard, judging by his gloves. No, it is a parasite of some kind. This is an aquatic parasite, if I'm not mistaken. Detached vaginal lips. Close enough. What this parasite is if I believe this parasite goes into the in the mouths of fish, and what it does is it'll devour their tongues and replace the tongues it devoured with themselves. And then whenever a fish eats, the parasite that has replaced the tongue consumes what the fish eats instead of the fish eating it, and therefore the parasite gets fed, but the fish starves. Yeah. So, like I said, it's creepy and disgusting, but it's also a little fascinating in my mind. But we'll get that off the screen for people now. Then this one might be a little more tricky, but it also might be a little easier, or it just might be a good change of pace too from what we've had to as well, like with the creepy fungi spider and the tongueicite stuff. It's Joe Biden's true form. Ew. I would have guessed Kamala Harris's true form, but still. Metal. I would guess plastic, but that's just me. Maybe even PVC. But metal could be accurate. This is it's all that's left of his car. That's close. Joe Biden is I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that word that I don't even know the definition of. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Metal is funnier though. Funny clang noise. True. Plus, that's fucking metal, bro. Yeah, it's a good saying too. So yeah. All right. Give it a little bit longer here in case anyone else wants to throw another couple guesses in. It's part of Fiberglass spoiler. Ooh. Close. That hand is big enough for Steve. Okay, I don't know who Steve is, but yeah, there's some pretty long looking fingers right there. Yeah, so what this here is it's the from a 1988 Chevy Silverado headlight bezel. Uh, this was determined by a state inspector who has years of experience adjusting headlights and knew what it was immediately. Oh wow, mine got censored. What? What? Yours got censored? No, I really want to know what it was. If you can figure out a way, or just DM it to me on Twitter so I can read it. Even if I can't read it out loud, at least I can read it, Terry. Of course, how could I not recognize it? Fair enough. It's because you're Australian. Ooh, could be. All right, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Oh yes, this is fun. I'll just let that hang for a bit. Because you never saw it before. Fair enough. That's a fair response. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, Terry. Wow, I can see why that got censored. I won't take the chance, but actually, yeah, whatever it is, it likes. Terry said for the last one, whatever it is, it likes fried chicken and watermelon. I don't know why that got censored, but that is just fucking hilarious. It's a bomb. Is that an explosive? That's clearly the Rockstar Online gaming server room sex toy. Cannibalistic is on a one-track mind tonight, and I am not disapproving of it. Yeah, this one was pretty easy. I'll read the whole thing. This image of explosive ammunition lying around in a server room reminds us of this meme that says, "You had one job." Imagine walking into a server room and finding ammunition sitting right there on the floor in front of you, like it's present waiting to be opened. This server room probably may have been a space where Russians housed explosives until they moved out and cleared the room, but accidentally or on purpose, we don't know, someone left this Russian missile behind. Maybe it was meant to be a lovely sentiment for the server room managers. Yeah, don't bomb. Yeah, that was a pretty easy one to suss out. It's a pocket rocket made by someone who doesn't realize it's meant to be a euphemism for a penis. Fair enough. It's cannibalistic sex toy. I don't think cannibalistic is the type of person to leave his sex toys lying out like that, unless it was in his house. In which case, why didn't I get the picture from him? But fair enough. That missile has been fired. Oh, okay. So that's good, I suppose. Anyways, we'll move on for now. All right, what do you think we got here, guys? It's probably going to be another easy one. I wouldn't be surprised, but just in case, we'll give it a bit. I'm 10-ish feet from my computer and watching at 10 or 144p. Damn. More metal. Yeah, you are not wrong on that one, Kokonoe. Not wrong at all. Gremlins. Totally gremlins. It's a fake photo. Now. Looks like a solar array of some kind. Yeah, you close. Uh, yeah, so, give it a... Winner of the World Frisbee Throwing Championships. All right, so yeah, you are pretty close, Wondering Lisa. A dent. Get back in your box. The bottom looks like a metal shoe. Ooh. I think that's like a wingtip or something, though, but yeah, fair enough. Metal shoe, like the Tin Man's foot in Wizard of Oz. According to engineers on the internet, this shiny silver metal plate is a power source for running steam engines. The shiny mirror reflects light directly onto the tower that heats up, and this source of heat turns the steam engine machines. So there you go. Reminds me of the solar plant in the Sahara movie. Okay. Sorry, I, the Gremlin King, have a license to be out. That license has been revoked. All right, this one should be easy, and if it's not, well, accept your boomerhood. That's all I'm going to say on that subject right there. It's a bloody USB adapter. Terry needs a metal shoe. Hey, Costin, hope you're well. Good timing. I have not been sufficiently harassed yet, so someone needs to take up the mantle, and you, I'm sure, will volunteer as always. But there you go. It's a bloody USB adapter. I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious, but can you be a little more specific? Yeah. Something to put in your urethra. Okay, okay. Cannibalistic, I appreciate you. I got my license renewed yesterday. No, you didn't. Stop lying. They don't make licenses like that. All right, so yeah, it's a charging barrier specifically, also known as a sync stop. Basically a USB adapter port, as people are saying. So anyone who guessed that is actually correct, of course. What this does is it prevents your files from being transferred when hooked up to a device unless you click OK. It's for people who want to just charge the device with a cord instead of charge and transfer files or whatnot. It ain't bloody a white USB adapter. Prevents USB from being put in wrong way. Close enough. It will be if I get a hold of you, Costin. Ooh, well played. I just found out you were a Canuck like me. Okay. Well, I don't try to hide it very well because there's no fun in that, but I don't make it obvious either. So, alrighty, now we're moving on. Okay, yeah, this one's probably an easy one again. They call this the mysterious cloud, which that's not a cloud. Well played, Terry. I see what you did there, and I like it. Okay. Is that Johnny sending a message to Campbell? No, but it might be one of Campbell's smoke rings. It's the house from Poltergeist. Sight of my soul, leaving my body, be encircling the sky before plunging directly into hell. Cloud dragon. See, now I'm glad someone else said the cloud dragon because I see it going all the way around and up there. That's a nice one. Uh, is that a UFO? It's an unidentified fucked up object for sure. According to some people on the internet, a rocket launch made this from its exhaust by spinning in circles. We aren't entirely sure if this answer is correct. My shock. I'm not entirely sure any of the answers on this thing is correct, except for a few, but even then, I'm not 100%. Don't rockets launch in one straight upward direction? Yes, if they are made correctly and designed to do that. However, not all rockets are built the same, and not all rockets fly the same. Maybe it was the aftermath of an aircraft doing plane stunts in the air. Could be, but that late at night, not likely. It's just my guess, especially that low or that seemingly low. I would wager it was probably like a homemade rocket or a firework or cheap rocket or firework that just when it went up, it went in a circle and then died, kind of thing. Uh, that's just my guess, of course. Uh, it's foul sorcery, fair enough. Also, I grant Kokonoe a license to do whatever it does. He doesn't want him to have a license for. Well, I mean, when you put it like that, I guess all I could do is say no and move on. I saw it. I just thought it was less funny. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe it's modern art. That could be. That could be. Hell yeah. Well played. Rocket was made in China. Well played. Well played. Clearly, Terry practicing on his broomstick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's spicy. I like it. Gabby giving you flying lessons there, bud. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, yeah, this one's probably a pretty easy one. Sure, some people will guess wrong, but some people might guess correctly too. There's a couple good possibilities here that people might go for. Are you also one of those evil? Apparently, that would be the case there, Costin. She is one of us. Terry is the Wizard of Oz. Oh wow. Oh wow. The man behind the curtain, eh? It's an Atlantic that hasn't had sex before. Looks like a prototype shuttle or a decommissioned shuttle airplane. Looks like a dummy aircraft. Hail Hydra. All right, yeah. You guys are pretty close. Pretty close. And who was it that said prototype? Yeah. There you go, Lisa. Dummy craft. Yes, that. I will count that as correct, and used for training is even more accurate. It's a mock-up plane for fire brigades to practice. Used by the fire brigade officers for training purposes in case a real plane emergency happens and they need to save lives. So yeah, like I said, probably an easy one, but also a tricky one. I'm not a dirty Albertan, no. You watch your dirty mouth, or you're gonna wish you're a clean Albertan. Hail Hydra, fair enough. Hello, Mr. Yes. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's move on to the next image. All right, this is probably a pretty easy, but also a pretty tricky one. So let's give people some time. Blood is evil, the Batman. Blood is necessary. England Uber allies. Well played, well played. All right. No, that's not accurate. A mandolin. How dare you? Banjo, probably. A dueling banjo. Ooh, whoa, ooh. You guys are close, but not quite. Nope. Nope. Not a banjo, not a lute. Definitely not a mandolin. Oh god, it's not a ukulele, thank fuck. Still not a lute, but I would love to loot it, that's for sure. No, this is, yeah, that's a guitar. This is called the Old Gibson. Literally the Old Gibson. According to the oldies and history students on the internet, it's a prized possession because manufacturers stopped making these in 1933. I can see how you would think it is a banjo, though, but like even a midget's banjo is what I would have thought first glance at it, right? But or a toddler banjo. And if you'll notice, it's missing the strings, but that's an easy fix. They just need to buy some and add them to it. So yeah. Next up, another easy but possibly tricky one. All right, let's take a look at the chat while we're here. Is it a guitar with dwarfism? See, that's a good guess. Is it a person Delin? How dare? Bling girl gets it. Yeah. Yeah. Albertans aren't dirty like midget banjo. Well played. Albertans aren't dirty like Torontonians. Blind girl, they are definitely evil. That's true. We are evil. I'll show you all. I'll show all you eye people. Not if I don't look. An aquarium, a window. It's a bottle glass window. Ew, Toronto. Alrighty. So, yeah, it's a window. Wow, very impressive, right? In the past, though, window makers used to spin glass on a flat surface, like and these spiral-like things that are in some of the windows, except for that middle frame there for some reason. Center in the spin itself. They did it because the idea of privacy that led to making windows like these because it's difficult to see through them. That would just make, I don't know about you, but if I'm sitting in a class and I see that, I'm going to want to look at it more because of the warping to see how things get distorted and stuff like that. So less of a more of a distraction in my mind. But hey, whatever gets people in business and creative, I suppose. It's a bottle glass window. I read about that. Glass beer melted windows. It's a chimney. Oh my god, it's a window on a submarine. It's one of those walls you can see through. Well played. Middle pane is likely a modern replacement. Could be. Either that or they just wanted one regular for just in case, I suppose. All right, well, let's move on. Oh, this one's a fun one. The fuck is that? Is that Japanese? Is that Spanish? Is it both? I'm so confused. I am the greatest evil here. That is a bold claim, but I'll allow it for now, Cotton. All right, the central pane was always clear. Okay. So it was part of the design. Okay, fair enough. Good to know. Yeah, this is just so Japanese pesos, eh? That just Spanish money. That makes no sense. Japanese money that identifies as Mexican. What if it's Mexican money that identifies as Japanese? A misprinted $5 bill, but there's one above it that's for 10 pesos. It's just Mexican peso. Cotton. Yeah, I called you Cotton. Is that a problem? Well, Kokonoe has interacted with Delahazed. Ooh, that's harsh, but fair. Yeah, this threw me for a fucking loop, and it still does, but so there was a time when Japan occupied the Philippines, and this was the currency they used. So it's not Spanish, it's, well, kind of Spanish, but it's Asian nonetheless, Philippines. But yeah, these are pretty rare bills that I don't circulate no more. So yeah. Oh, I was just thinking of whenever I hear or say Cotton as like a name, I'm thinking of the announcer from Dodgeball. But yeah, that's. Wait, who was Cotton in King of the Hill? Oh, I'm thinking of King Queens. Okay, yeah. This is mine. Fair enough. Fake U.S. money made by someone who has only had one or is described to as them. Fair enough. Didn't Japan control the Philippines at one point? Yes, there you go. Wandering Lisa got it. All right, yes, they did. It's worth twice as much in Canadian money. Interesting. Not that that matters, anyways. Are you? Okay. All right. Well, we got that sorted. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Oh. Well, that's interesting. The fuck is that? That looks like a UFO. Hmm. Cloud covering the sun. I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay. Yeah, so you're close. You're close, Mr. Yes. You're very, very accurate, Batman. Okay, this is Johnny messaging Camel. Very, very close, Terry. The form of a divine being takes in the sight of mortals, so our feeble minds do not destroy themselves trying to comprehend them. That is a mouthful. This is not Ben Shapiro. A cloud shone by the sun. Okay, yes. So Who was it that got the closest again? Yeah, Batman got the closest. Actually, you know what? I'm going to call Batman 100% correct because that is basically what I'm reading here. This is what meteorologists and weather enthusiasts call lenticular clouds. So they aren't as rare as people might think, apparently, but they're pretty things up in the sky, show up as normal as any other type of cloud, but the difference comes when these clouds are hidden behind the other clouds because of their structure and the way the sun hits them. It's a cloud with a hat on. Yeah, also very close. So I was half right. Yeah, you can have a half point for anyone keeping the score in the chat. Mr. Yes. Don't call him my Batman. He will get a big head. I'm sure if he's gonna get a big head, it's gonna happen whether or not I compliment him. All right, I'm just gonna throw that out there. And also, credit where it's due is kind of my thing. So yeah, this one's pretty obvious. Anyone who doesn't get it, accept your boomerism and just prepare to be laughed at mercilessly. This Batman is way more violent. I'm not complaining. You're not dating me. Wow. All right, mini light bulb. Terry, you know what? I know what you're doing, and it works. Well played, sir. You get 5 points for that one. It's a hamster's vibrator. Okay, now you're just taking away cannibalistic wizard's ideas. And you know what? Well played. Something a child would swallow. Probably. A microchip for animals. Probably. A hand upon which sits a bug, probably. It's an LED, could very well be. If his head gets any bigger, he's going to have a hard time finding masks that fit. Just leave it. I'm sure Alfred's got butter in the kitchen. Oh, sorry, did I say Alfred? I mean Nightwing. Not to dox any vigilantes and their potential staff. A small bullet. Ooh, that's an interesting answer. You aren't worthy for a vanilla treat like me. Okay. That's cool. All right, let's all simmer down now. Unless you guys are just having a laugh, let's all simmer down, shall we? Wait, are my eyes that bad? Well, who knows? It's a foot. No, Terry's in chat. It's the Adams rocket. Well played. All right, so yeah. You may think of it as a metal chip someone deliberately places in this person's food. Sorry to ruin your thought process, but these chips are placed in pigs to keep track of them. In this case, it's obviously was overlooked. So this is used for pig tracking. Okay. Let's move on. Oh my dear Lord. I hope none of you were looking forward to sleeping tonight. I wasn't, so this will be good. Percussion pistol bullet. Well played. Yeah. It's probably the last one because I gotta dip soon, so. Is that Nancy Pelosi? Crab spider, octopus, catapus. Looks like a form of fungus. We already did that one. It's like two moose having babies. I'll give it a little bit more for anyone who wants to guess. Belongs to the Batman. Cat sex toy. And I'll just give it to 25 after by my clock here. A type of xenomorph. Ooh, that's a very fun guess. Joe Biden's brain on the run. Oh, that thing don't run. We all know that. See the hole? That's how the baby comes out. All right, and it's 25 after on the clock. As much as the arms may make it look like a creepy spider or monster from the depths of the sea, the internet says that it's only a caterpillar. But it's not a regular one, though. It's a hag moth caterpillar, and its false arms are supposed to look like leaves for camouflage. That is the ugliest caterpillar I've ever did see. Moose babies are big. Yes, they are. AOC's earwax seed pod. Oof. Well, yeah, I could see where you guys would get these guys. I know. Don't. I have no idea. I have no idea how those are supposed to look like leaves. If I saw this on my salad, I'd never ever eat again. And that is absolutely fair, sir. That is absolutely 100% fair. Oh, the fuck kind of leaves is it hiding in, right? Is that the furry thing you find in your shower for no reason? I hope not. Sorry, what did you say? It metamorphized into. I didn't say what it metamorphized. I'm assuming this is a hag moth caterpillar. Is what it was. What we were told. I bet it comes from Australia. All right, let me. You know what? I'm a search engine this up. Oh my. Okay, yeah. Interesting. I don't know. There is no God if that exists. Interesting to look up. Yeah, fair enough. It is scary kind of looking, but it's also fascinating too. So I guess it's Australian these. Fair enough. Fair enough. But guys, that is where we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Thank you all for coming to hang out. I know it's a bit disappointing not having the usual Monday night theme going on here, but hopefully we didn't do too much disappointment for you guys, and we were able to enjoy some stuff here. Get some nice cringe going on, and test things out, test our brain power a little bit, our creativity too, in some cases. Be sure to join us tomorrow night when Skep Talk is hosting. I haven't had to remember the Tuesday night host in quite a while. So glad I was able to do that. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to hang out while I come and visit Elon Musk, the post-child narcissism. Hey, Frosted. It was fun. Glad to hear it or read it. And yeah, guys, I will pop out and play the outro music video. And then we will, while you guys all decide to take your time leaving. But yeah, have a good night, guys. The zoo is closed.